Aloha, my name is Krista Ralaxmidettan, and I am a holistic wellness and business coach as well, inner alchemist. And today it's time to dive deeper into the numbers and messages of September 2024. It is promising to come a very amazing and transformational month. If you really went deeper with the 888 portal last month, you have laid a very nice ground for this month to take things even a higher level up. But if not, you can still go to my YouTube channel and find the beautiful 888 portal special, as well as 888 portal meditation. And even though that date has passed, we can always tap into that portal anytime, anywhere. So you can still use the potent energy of that portal even today. But let's go now deeper into September. So number 8, as I said, was a very powerful number. It's the abundance number. It is a power number. It's a success number. But in new time energy, it is also a very explosive number, which actually also explodes many things out of our reality if they have been there too long. And when you have 3 8s like that, it really needs to go. If there is a thing or stuff in your life which had to go, most probably August took care of it. In my own life, I can say it did. And oh boy, in ways I couldn't even imagine. So something which had been creating lots of trouble and challenges for 1.5 years finally is out of my reality. And it was just like unbelievable how it actually happened. So now when things are blown up and exploded, so the dust needs to settle. And where it settles is all up to you. So what it actually spiritually looks like is that now you have all of these puzzle pieces, which have been like all over, and they're kind of in front of you, and you have the frame and you have the canvas, so you can choose how and which way you are going to put together this new canvas in front of you. So when you are doing this like really in an aware way, you can create more of the reality on your terms. The problem is very many people are not really aware. They are in that autopilot mode, and it's a vicious cycle which brings you and pulls you into, comforts and everything and safety. And then what happens before you know it, you kind of totally almost like a prisoner in it, and can't get out. So this month, if you didn't like blow up the things which you actually need to get to that next level, this month will keep nudging those things, because we actually also still have number 8 kind of present. How did I get that number? So when we take number 9, as September is the 9th month of the year, plus 8, 2024, we get together number 8, 17, 1 and 7, and 8. So 8 itself is still very present. So this is actually giving all of us to do another inventory. Are there people, circumstances, things in my life which really leak my energy, create extra unnecessary challenges, which I can change, which I can choose differently? And if there are, what are those first steps I can do? And if nothing else, I know so many people are telling me, Krista, I don't have much money. I can't do like radical changes right now. The only thing you always have is your head and your mind. You can start to visualize a different solution. In my case also, I've been working on visualizing that different solution for so long, so intensely, that finally it all came together exactly as I wanted. A little bit in like, not in total alignment right away. It took some time. So when that happens is oftentimes also that our energy may be faster than the circumstances or challenges where we are, and they can't like keep up with our energy. So that can be one thing. There are many other ways how this kind of plays out. So what number 8 is also doing is, because this is actually a number which is connected to planet Uranus. And Uranus is all about innovation. It's all about change. It's like really, asking those questions about freedom. What would my life as freedom look like? Like if you would like give yourself a moment right now, if money wouldn't be an issue, where would you be? What kind of job would you do? Where would you live? What car would you drive? Simple questions like that. So freedom is something most people are striving for, but most of us are doing it maybe not really the way it would work. And I just today made interesting Facebook post also. I may even maybe link it below this video here. So if you watch this later, you can read it. So I was talking about, the beauty of figuring out the unique you and unique way of doing things. And many of the successes in my life, when I look back, have actually come because I didn't listen to what the common sense or what most people around me said. I went the direct opposite. Whether it was, my master's degree with my studies or many other choices I made, and they were all successes because I was just following my inner guidance. And many people are not really taking that inner guidance so seriously. But if you would, it would, turn your life around. So yesterday also I watched the movie The Host. And if you have seen the movie Twilight series, so the author has created amazing books and amazing films were made of it. And also all these books have been translated to so many languages. And the way all that came to her was also her inner guidance was giving it. I think one was actually given in a dream. And she just took action. She put it into work. And today she's a woman worth like 120 million. So she let the inner world to guide her into abundance and luxury. And if your life is not there yet, one of the keys and the main keys may be stuck in that you're not listening to your inner guidance, your intuition, you're not taking action. So just a couple of days ago at work, as we are also going to talk about Neptune here, because Neptune is number 9. So what this does is that, Neptune is all about water. And as I do mermaid divination stuff, so what happens is that I got a really beautiful client who was giving like really amazing feedback. And as this feedback was coming, I was like understanding, wow, this is my inner guidance telling me I need to do more of that mermaid stuff and figure out how I can take it to the next level. And even if it seems like impossible right now, because the energy is there, I'm supported there, people love it, and it's very unique and very different. So what is that thing for you? Because, Uranus is here. It wants to even like push forward that, sudden change for you. And you can see like, what could that be? What would that like little, it can be a tiny little thing which can, create that change. And then, do it, take that next step to get to that next level. And what it does is also the innovation, what is in this Uranus energy is a little bit sometimes raw. And it's like pushing us. And I feel like in my life right now, this is very, very present, very relevant. And I even told my inner world and I said, I'm open for opportunity or opportunities or jobs which are actually helping me to take me to that next level in like ways and with ease, like I would not maybe do it myself. And sometimes we need something from the outside to kind of like, push us to that next level. So, and your inner guidance is actually very much there. You just need to create a relationship and regularity to, you know, communicate with it and get all the information as needed, going both ways, you know. So, so this is how, you know, Uranus is working, and actually the crystal which is connected to that is rose quartz, which is kind of like weird, like, because rose quartz is really like a heart energy and very like calm crystal as such. So you have to see if rose quartz doesn't, like, you know, really resonate with you as a Uranus stone. What would that be for you? I would say Moldavite would be much more Uranus stone, or even, you know, Shattukite, which is like, I feel also very strong, like, you know, stone of change and stone of courage, you know. But maybe yours is something different right now, because each one of us has a different time and space currently. So check that out. Then we have, when we take the word September and turn it into numbers, we get number 4, which is all about Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication. It's the planet of also about mind and also how to communicate better. And many times also what I have noticed recently is that because people don't really communicate well enough, their needs, or they don't express it well enough, they will be suppressed. And then because it's going to be suppressed, then everything else will be also influenced by it. And there may be even some suffering and extra challenges, which are totally unnecessary. So better you communicate, better relationships you will have with yourself and with your inner world, as well with the outer world and relationships other ways. And also what Mercury is also helping us is to adapt and be flexible to changes, or like, you know, it kind of works a little bit, you know, kind of like water, even though it's like more air element there, because communication is more air. So look into that, and you know, as you adapt into things, you know, it makes the you know, changing and also navigating the change much easier wherever however you're doing things. So, and the stone for Mercury is emerald, and emerald, as you know, is a very powerful also heart center crystal. Many times they also say it's connected to extra abundance. I see it also as the new time planet, you know, crystal. It's helping us to get into that emerald energy, the green diamond energy kind of. So it's a very supportive stone, and also green is connecting us to the heart and also reminding us, you know, how to communicate through your heart differently. So now when we go to number 9, which is the number 9 of the 9th month of the year, we get to Neptune as a planet is all about new energy, new mission. In the new energy, it's basically wanting to figure out like, okay, you have done these things this way so far. Now it's time to change and also fine tune things more. So I've been looking around also some other opportunities around in the local area. And one of the opportunities I went to check out was like giving me feedback in ways which I was like understanding, wow, this would be not the smart way to use my energy or use my, you know, also potential. And I understood that would be such a high level grade, like downgrading, that it would be totally wasting my potential if I would go down that road. And also it would be telling myself that I believe that I'm not able to do anything bigger or, you know, use my potential differently. So we need these experiences to test out so that we get more clarity about where we are and how we actually would like to create our life. Again, going back to that like beautiful canvas, created on your terms. What are those, you know, beautiful, you know, circumstances and ways you would like to, you know, it all to come together. And one of the ways I would recommend you to do this is to imagine your perfect day, like create that day of your dreams. Like, where would you wake up? What would you do? where would you go, you know, who would you meet, all of these things. And as you do that more and more, your mind starts to actually help you to create that reality into this reality. And this is also something called quantum jumping. I may actually also create a little quantum jumping mini course or masterclass. So stay tuned to hear more about that. So now I also took a card from our Zen Tarot deck, as I usually do. But because usually when the card is coming a little bit kind of like challenging, I always also try to take another card, and it need to be also another card. And in that case, we actually got 3 cards here. So I will go through them so you get a little bit of understanding. And today also, I'll do it a little bit different. So here I have 3 cards, and try to feel which one of these like you feel most, you know, attracted to. So 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, and 3. So I'll put them down the same way. So, and now I'll put down the 3. So in your case, it was 1, I think 1, 2, and I start with the 3. So if you don't remember which one is also like pick one, because that will be your special card for the month. So 1, 2, and 3, and I start with the 3 from your side. So, and this is fighting. As you see, there are 2 people up here who are fighting as well. There is someone fighting. It is the mind card, and it is showing that, you know, there is fighting energy. So when you have fighting in your life, it is always a clash of conflict of values or needs or worldviews or whatever it is. And you can really go deeper and look into, is it in me? Is it outside of me? Usually what is inside of you is actually creating that outside fight. When you stop fighting, you know, as they say, you need 2 for tango, then things will actually calm down and the fighting stops. So this may be a very good strategy. But also you can just ask a question, who or what am I fighting with and why? Many times there can be also some fears behind it, or there is something subconscious you're not even aware. You can even ask that question before you go to bed and then see what kind of pops up. So now the second card, we see awareness, and then we have number 7 here. So as you see, one of the ways out of this fighting is awareness, understanding this, that fighting as such is also actually, you know, illusion. And we have 7, which is a very strong earth energy, and it's a very strong, you know, get your ducks in a row kind of card, you know. And it's also purple, which is always the color of spirit in this case. So when you bring more awareness and spirituality into your fighting, and you go more into the depth of you, you'll understand there is actually this like divine being who is totally at peace, totally, you know, in that grace. And it's just like all in that happiness and peace energy. So bring that awareness. This is the awareness of your higher self as well, your sage, and see where it can guide you. And if you don't have that awareness yet, so maybe you can ask yourself before you go to bed, or you can ask someone to help you with that. So, and then our final card, very beautiful, showing the new vision. The number is 12. So we have 1 being the unique you, and 2, the balance of the masculine and feminine. And then the new vision, as you see, it's like shooting to the stars and moon, and nothing is stopping this person, totally connected to the sky and earth. And as you see, there is a person here kind of who is a little kind of crunched down, and that can be the old you who is the fighting one, who is figuring out like, wow, I bring a different like awareness, and then will turn it around. And then 12, 1 plus 2 is 3, which together is this beautiful number of co-creation of the inner and outer world. And this is what this person is doing, understanding what is inside is outside. If I want to change the outside, I need to change the inside. So very beautiful. And you see there are some also some angel wings, lots of stars. So it actually almost feels like the moon and the sun have melted together. So the masculine, feminine element play as well. So, and the position or the pose of the person is also like it's really open to life and receiving. Whenever you open up like your chest like that, it's meaning that. So put this to works and see which one of the cards did you pick, what was the message. So this will also tell you where you are right now. So I took also a special beautiful crystal card, and this is turquoise 41. Together it's 5, which is the transformation. It's saying balance, throat, and heart chakras. And it's a beautiful blue energy. Many of the blue crystals help us to really express ourselves much better. So I would recommend each one of you who you have trouble to express yourself, or even maybe if you have fear of public speaking, to work with turquoise, because turquoise is really good with expression as such. Turquoise is also very calming. For me, it actually feels like a piece of ocean as well. So you can do a little experiment with it. If you don't have the stone, you can just connect with the energy of the stone, and it will bring you the transformation you desire this month. And then I have my magical little mermaid bag here with the tail, which are my beautiful cards, which I made. And the first one is in a question form. If you create what you believe in, what needs to change? So it's like inviting you back to this moment and really, giving you this moment like, okay, everything I have created so far has been created from what I believe. So if there is something in my life which I don't like or love, what can I change? What needs to change? And what belief needs to change? So it's a very core key which can really turn your life around. So the second one is the second one is follow the numbers. So now you may be puzzled by that, like, what do you mean? So as you know, numbers can be our guides. So if you have been now watching all my numbers and messages videos, you have figured out all these different ways numbers are talking to us. So even if you are checking, time on your phone or on your watch, and you see 1212, and you see that like many times at the same time, or you see full numbers every time. So this is a message that you are in alignment. So, and then of course, each number itself is telling you messages, So numbers can turn into our total guides. So when you follow the numbers, they will be your guides, guiding you to the right place, right time, and everything. And sometimes you may think like, wow, I should have been here like 2 weeks earlier, and things would have shifted fast and differently. And they didn't, because you were there 2 weeks later. But actually it was divine, because something else is in the works for you. So everything is divine, is like my new mantra, which I really love, because it takes all the stress away. There is no loss when you take action from everything is divine. And the last one is manage your time. And as we talked about the number 7 here, which was the awareness. So this is the number which is also actually inviting us to beautifully, help us to get our ducks in a row, get our structures and systems to support us. And time is one of those systems. Many times people are not really friends with their time, they are wasting it, and so on. So one of the first exercises I would give to you would be, just write down 1 or 2 days, everything you do during your day. And you will start to understand right away where your time is leaking. Where are you wasting it? And imagine now if you would put that time into something, to build something, what kind of freedom and abundance it would create for you. So go a little bit deeper into that topic of time. And so I have my magic kitty purse. And here is a beautiful, beautiful question. If you would have no limitations, what would you choose your life to be like? So this is a really good one. So no limitations, what would you choose your life be like? So that's why I always ask this question, if there would be no issues with money, what would your life be like? Because many times when I just ask limitations, people are just totally stuck. They can't even imagine anything. When I say there's no issues with money, you have more than enough, what would your life be like? And then it's like a green light. Oh yeah, I would live on a Caribbean island, and I would do this, and I would drive this car, and blah blah blah. So then it's like kind of giving yourself permission to dream big, and live and start to live without limitations. So 1 + 8 is 9, which is beautiful. It's the number of this month. This is Neptune at works and saying that the flow, the beautiful, Neptune energy is here to help us in so many ways. And also Neptune is 3 × 3. So we have 3 times co-creation with the inner and outer. So if you focus on that, it can also amplify all of that. And the crystal or element with that is pearl. So I would also say that, have at least 1 pearl, or if you can, some kind of, ocean related stuff, so that the pearls can, be connection to Neptune, be connection to that floating world, which many even believe that that's where we actually come from. So when you have it close to you, and also when you wear it, that will help you to have that connection to Neptune as a planet, but also to the secrets of mermaids and the beautiful, treasures of pearls. So here I have a beautiful little, bracelet, which many times is one of my favorites, because it has pearls and it also has some shells. And these shells actually are also called abundance shells, because very many times and moons ago, this was used as actually money before money was even a thing. So with that note, I will wrap it up. I hope this was inspiring, and you take it into works and test it out. And let me know what were your highlights from this video. What would you like to hear more of? And also what is something you would like to hear more of. And as always, please subscribe and share it with as many people as you can, as this is the way we can grow, and I can also reach more people to share these beautiful messages from the spirit world. Lots of aloha. Till the next time. Mahalo.